Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of BioShock. We still have plasma something or other, but I'm going to take a moment and we're going to go visit Anna Culpepper's apartment. Super duper important that we do this. Don't know who this dapper gentleman might be. Have a thought, but not really. Alright, we take a look around. Here it is, right here. This is my favorite journal in the entire game. If a man is so loyal to an idea that he will sacrifice his own sanity for it, you have to give him kudos. If you remember, Sullivan was questioning the request by Ryan and everybody else, well, Ryan specifically, to kill Culpepper because she wrote some music, basically a parody of Rise, Rapture, Rise, that Ryan and what's his name? Crazy Bunny Ears guy, whose name for whatever reason escapes me at this moment. Anyway, she wrote a song that they didn't like, and so they ordered her killed. And Sullivan's like, wait, she's not a political enemy. She's not a murderer, a killer, a smuggler. She's not a criminal. She's an artist. You know, the people you brought down here to protect them from things like that. And even though he says all that, they still said kill her anyway. And instead of saying no, instead of backing away and saying, you know what, I'm not going to do that, he killed her anyway. And it drove him right off the deep end. Just completely, his brain just gone. He kills her, and then he couldn't do anything. I mean, you heard the audio log, of course. What's he do? He takes the blanket. He's like, okay, you know, I should take this blanket because it's there by itself. It's all by itself, and that's not good. I need to take it to somebody to finish it. They need to finish this blanket and make it better and make everything, you know, make everything better. So he, like, completely blanks out. I mean, he knows what he did, but he just completely goes off the deep end. Just gone. There's just nothing there anymore. And I think that is totally awesome. I really do. So apart from the other audio log, Miss Culpepper, apart from the other audio log that I said was like one of the best ones with the mother just pleading that her child would come home, that one right there with Sullivan shows that even if somebody is murdering and killing people, maybe that's not who they really are, and maybe that goes against who they really are so badly that it just completely drives them out of their mind. And so sometimes I think that maybe this is Sullivan. Like maybe he killed himself or died on the way out or something, because it does kind of look like him. But at the same time, I don't know. Sullivan's one of those bodies that I have never found, and because of that, I can't automatically assume who it's going to be. Oh, there it is, Sandra Cohen. Yeah, I knew it started with a C. Yeah, Cohen. And since Cohen's dead, he unfortunately can't tell us not to bother the young couple here. So we're going to bother the young couple. Just not feeling it today, I guess. Not feeling nice. Oh crap, you know what I just realized? Cohen has an upstairs apartment. And you can't get to his upstairs apartment if you kill him. And there's a power to the people machine up there. Okay, that's just really weird. So we unfortunately lost the ability to acquire one of the power to the people upgrades, but it's not that big of a loss because we've acquired most of the most important ones. As I said, on the 360 there is an achievement for getting that one, for getting all of them, but there are no achievements on the Steam version, so we're not going to worry about it. It is a minor loss, but once again, one of those things to where if you have not yet played the game, it's something for you to explore. There's some really weird stuff up there. Promise, promise, promise. Plasmid, man. Just going a whack job on me. I should just get upstairs and fix it, but it's really not that annoying. As I said, on this end, in Mercury Suites, there's so much less reason to be using your plasmids than over in Apollo Square. Whoa, 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 Big D. Can I don't know why that does that every time. Oh, cool, new picture. No, I'd very much like a picture of Big Daddy, please. Oh, no, wait, I don't need a picture of them anymore, do I? I got all the rosies. Okay, we're cool, we're good. We do need to go upstairs, though. So we'll head up. See, listen. Here we are back in Mercury Suites, or Mercury, yeah, anyway, here we are back in the rich people apartments, and then you have advertisements going on above your head again. We were in Apollo Square, not a single advertisement. And you could say, well, maybe that's because they turned it into a prison, but honestly, do you think that? Hell no, this place is a business. This place is run like a business. There's got to be deliveries of supplies or something to that place. So we have a family here who's done what I think has not been displayed very much at all, and especially in a lot of games. An entire family decides that it would probably be better to be dead than to continue to live in Rapture, so they took poison. And that to me is very, very human, very deep, very interesting. But unfortunately, not something to display a lot in games, and even in this one, you only see it here, you only see it this once. You don't see a lot of suicide in the game, you see a lot of people murdering each other, you see a lot of people going crazy, but you never see anybody, you know, just saying, okay, I'm done, we're going to end it. And I think they don't really do that a lot in these games because it's looked down upon poorly, and one simple thing like that can get a reviewer to say something like, this game is terrible, there were children and they were dead and it was the most horrible thing I've ever seen and never play this game ever, oh. And that can really destroy a game. But I have a lot of respect for the devs on this one for putting that in there, because that is actually something you would see a lot of. And it reminds me a lot of Stephen King's The Stand, the book, not the show. And the reason I say that is because in The Stand, there's a section of the book called the After Deaths, and it's those people who, if you've ever, if you've heard of The Stand, I hope you have, it's those people who survived the initial plague, but then later died of other stuff, like stupid things, like there was a kid who's running around inside of a field, and he falls in a well, and he dies there because he breaks both of his legs, which is really sad, but not unheard of. There's a woman who was brainwashed by her mother that all men ever wanted to do was rape you all the time, every time, and if they married you, that just gave them the right to rape you all the time. So she was just a man-hater, and she basically trained her daughter to think that all men are the most horrible things ever. And so her daughter was staying inside, and she was like super duper afraid. And then she decided, you know what, I'm not going to be afraid anymore, so she goes upstairs and she gets a gun, and she takes it outside, but the bullets are like old and they're starting to rot, and because of that, that's actually pretty good luck that I had that plasmid up. Anyway, the bullets were old and damaged, and so she goes to shoot this guy who's just walking down the street, and he says hi, and she's just gonna shoot him, and the gun explodes in her face and kills her. And so you don't really hear a lot about that in stories because it detracts from the story. But in a game, something like that is, your explosive failed. In a game, something like that is like something super awesome that you need to show. You need to put that in the game. Absolutely. And people fail to do it because they're afraid of the backlash that it might cause. I'm not in your office. Where'd you go? Yeah, that's a dud. Anyway, so yeah, games need to explore that particular rationale more. The whole, okay, this is the end of time suicide gig, as well as the maybe I didn't die from the initial boom, but I'm going to die later. And games have a hard time doing that because they believe, in the same way that Hollywood tends to believe, that kind of angle just takes away from what the story really is, and it wastes time, and nobody's interested in that. But honestly, I think in video games, if you were to take the stories of the people, that becomes a lot more interesting than just the overarching story. Because, well, to me, I don't know, maybe you guys are like, oh my god, KB, are you kidding? Shut the hell up. We need to just go do the story and stop worrying about what happened to that corpse and where that person was and what their story was. Nobody cares about those people. Well, I do. I find it entertaining. I find it interesting. I guess that's partially the archaeologist in me. No, I'm not actually an archaeologist, but you know what I mean. It's the part of me that likes to think about the past and what may have happened in the past. That's what archaeologists do. They dig up the past and they find a body that's buried and they're like, what happened to this guy? How did he get here? Alright, what's next? We're getting close to the end. Well, not the end. Whoa! Oh, forgot about that guy. Hello. Yeah, well, the problem is you hit me with that, nothing happens. I hit you with this, I get health back. My vampire wrench. Alright, and then we have this guy. Should we... Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grab this now, I think.
Looks like things have gone buster between Fontaine and his little German beanpole. Why a guy like Fontaine would waste his time with that spooky crowd when he could be getting the gravy from any dish he chooses is beyond the understanding of this paparazzi. Even reset the door code to 5744. Maybe to be double sure that beanpole don't spout up in his yard again.
5744, and unfortunately we don't have telekinesis, so I can't get access to that, but we don't need it, so that's a bonus. So this is Tenenbaum's apartment upstairs, so we get to take a look at Tenenbaum's life. All these apartments are basically the same, except for one or two things. In this case, it's Tenenbaum's library, I think.
Nothing left but nothing.
Oh, now we have telekinesis, that's nice. We'll head back and we'll go over here and collect this guy really quick. I just don't like to leave stones unturned, if you know what I mean. Hup. Oh well. No, he's the one I wanted because you can do this. Thank you, sir, for your helpfulness. Yeah, don't need that, but whatever. I can carry Old Tom whiskey, but not much else. Oh, hey! Dude is loaded up, look at that. Ah, here we are.
Look at my home, torn apart by Fontaine and his pigs. No doubt he had the samples of Lot 192 taken to his penthouse. Entrance is in lobby, but the damn thing is always locked. You will not believe me, but there was a time when this place was all so beautiful.
Before the rich and the famous got to it? Alright, we have to head upstairs, but before we do that, let's head down to Tenenbaum's office.
What do you take me for? Some kind of mental incompetent? We tossed Mother Goose's roost the moment she decided to grow a conscience. You will find nothing here, kid. I know. That may be a memory. And trust me on this. You don't want 'em.
Memories are a good thing, Fontaine. Alright, so here's where it's going to get a little bit tough. We need 5, 7, 4, 4, right? Right. And up we go. Now this is the only part of this portion of the...
To save the world entire. I made a place for the children, but it is you who are their savior. Will you stop here? Or will you deliver them from this terrible city at long last?
I honestly don't know, Tenenbaum. Well, I do, actually. We all know. Because, you know, you save enough little sisters, you get a certain ending, right? Alright, looks like we're gonna waste a little bit, but that's okay. We'll waste a little bit. I'm not particular about it. Uh-oh, that's no good. That's no good either. Crap! Alright. I could buy it out, but I want to kind of save my money because there's a couple of things coming up that I really need the money for. So we're gonna... There it is. We're gonna worry about that here in a minute. Alright, that's ours. That's good. Hello. What do we got? Winter Blast? Oh, that's nice. Come on, buddy. Not today, it won't. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Crap. So, not exactly the best entrance into Fontaine's apartment, or his penthouse suite, as it were. But, yeah. Now, of course, we have the music in the background, which is Danny Boy. I'm assuming that the music is supposed to mean something, but what that means about Fontaine is beyond me.
They come to Rapture thinking they're gonna be captains of industry. But they all forget that somebody's gotta scrub the toilets. What an angle they gave me. I hand these mugs a cart and a bowl of soup, and they give me their lives. Who needs an army when I got Fontaine's home for the poor?
Ooh, Electro Bolt. We're gonna have to use that really quick. So before too long... Now, of course, you can see how splendid his house is. He has a polar bear, moose head, giant boar's head. All things that, although you can't kill down here, you can have shipped down here, and that's expensive. Okay, we will auto-hack that. You know what? I shouldn't have wasted that because there's a safe over here. Well, we can buy it out if we're really desperate, I suppose. Let's go ahead and go down one. That gives us a couple seconds. Not a lot of seconds, but a couple. Please don't be a dead end. Oh, thank you. Oh, this might actually work for us. Tell me it will. Tell me it will. Come on. It's not what I need. That's actually what I need. Ah, I had it all the time and I didn't even realize. No, this one. This one, this one. Come on. Only a couple seconds left. Done. Now, I will say that I have no idea. Let's go ahead and load up. I have no idea why Danny Boy takes so long, but it does, and it's very, very, very annoying. I really wish I could just taser that thing and shut it up. This is not my favorite rendition of Danny Boy, mind you. I should be able to jump over this. There we go. Plasmid! Electric Flesh 2! When we said Electric Flesh was the ultimate in electricity enhancements, we turned out to be premature. Now Electric Flesh 2 is even better. Be the shocker, not the shocky, with Electric Flesh 2. You take much less damage from electricity, you deal much more damage when you use electrical attacks. Oh, well, we might use that later, but right now beating people in the head seems to be my forte. Here we go. Lot 192. And we are set.
Now you are having freedom. Su Chang's drugs should have no hold on you. Take the bathysphere to Point Prometheus. It is time for this matter to be settled.
So now it's time to go to Point Prometheus, and to do that we have to head back to Apollo Square, strangely enough. Bring it! Actually, let's start some rage going on in there. That didn't help. Okay, maybe they're just not raging enough on each other. Just shoot him and be done with it, please. I need access to this. Nope, they're just raging on me, I guess. He's not doing too good, is he? Alright, so I've lit half of Fontaine's house on fire. That was entertaining, at least. Ow. That's the grenade box. Okay. Alright, so that was fun, I guess. I need that here in a second.
She'll run. It's
No, that's not what I want. I'm about to get shot. Let me hack. Buy out. Back off. I love it. Oh, did I crap the door out? That happens sometimes. No, don't lock me in. I hate when that happens. I don't know what causes it. There we go. Oh, I took out the... Nice! Alright, so unfortunately I took out the guns. Now if you notice we have a Zen garden here, and I honestly have to say I believe that Fontaine's the kind of guy who builds a Zen garden, and then has somebody else do the actual gardening portion of it. Hey look, a free bot! Now that we can use it, it won't follow us downstairs. But, we're here, so I think we're going to go ahead and pause here really quick, because it has been time. So once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me for Kilobyte Short on this Let's Play of BioShock, and I will see you next video.